It's 2026 and San Francisco has stopped hiring humans. AI companies automate our jobs away on bus stations, and the people who board these buses grapple with homelessness and the fentanyl crisis. Meanwhile, the President of the United States has slashed funding for substance abuse and mental health programs nationwide. Well, what are the smartest minds in our society focused on? They have abandoned the former dream of working for big tech in the midst of massive layoffs and are instead joining the AI gold rush, intent on automating our jobs away. We've reached an inflection point in human history where technology no longer serves us positively and the negatives outweigh the positives. I'm a recent Stanford graduate. I've witnessed the Stanford to tech founder pipeline, and here is my take. Let's think back to the course of human history and think about all the inventions that mankind has created. Fire transformed our diet and gave us warmth and light. Created 1 million years ago, it was fundamental to human civilization. The wheel revolutionized transportation and agriculture and is arguably one of the most important mechanical inventions. The printing press massively increased literacy and the rapid dissemination of knowledge, sparking the Renaissance, the scientific revolution, and Reformation. Vaccination prevented infectious diseases, dramatically increasing the human lifespan. Electricity enabled modern lighting, communication, and powered the second industrial revolution. And then you have the internet, which created a global network for communication and information transfer, followed shortly by the smartphone, which enabled global connectivity and vast knowledge, and dopamine addiction, political polarization, and the mental health crisis. We have reached an inflection point in history where the inventions we create are anti-human. This is why we don't need more technology. Let's analyze this through the lens of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. Maslow's psychological theory proposes that humans are motivated by a pyramid of 5 needs, in which lower level needs must be met before higher level needs are pursued. Let's set aside political considerations for a moment, as I'll be addressing this from a technology perspective. At the bottom of Maslow's pyramid are our physiological needs: air, water, food, and shelter. In developed countries, modern farming practices have made it so that we don't need to be subsistence farmers. And via technology, buildings, indoor plumbing, and electricity, we have roofs over our heads and have given us a safe space. As we move up the pyramid to love and belonging, we realize that smartphones and the internet have connected us to each other from anywhere. But big tech has realized they can monetize and hijack our attention. They use algorithms to keep us addicted to our phones and prevent us from realizing our full potential. The next video or Instagram reel you watch is just reinforcement learning with human feedback. Attention is all you need, as the researchers say, which is the title of probably the most influential paper of this decade and is core to the AI boom. For the non-technical folks, this paper created a framework that allows our language, vision, and understanding of the world to be represented by matrices that can be trained and tuned using the entire internet. For 10,000 years, technology replaced physical labor. The Industrial Revolution replaced human muscle. It took the plow out of our hands and gave us the steering wheel. AI is the first time technology is replacing cognitive labor, our brains. We aren't just automating repetitive tasks anymore, we're automating judgment, creativity, and expertise. And when the smartest minds work on AI, we are building our replacements. Well, who's going to be going? Paralegals, accountants, research analysts, insurance underwriters, graphic designers, copywriters, voiceover artists, stock photographers, customer support agents, travel agents, executive assistants, interpreters, translators, historians, writers, authors, sales representatives, customer service reps, and editors, and more and more and more. Why? Money. Here comes the money. In our society, to be accepted by your peers and respected by others often means proving your power, wealth, or status. Everybody's obsessed with the pay scale yardstick, and can you really blame us? Seriously. I grew up poor, and working for a nonprofit was simply out of the question because it didn't pay as much as a tech job. This means we have the smartest people in the world striving to monetize our attention, and now the hot new thing in Silicon Valley is to build an AI startup that will disrupt the world. Replace our Jobs. In the era of smartphones, we got DoorDash, Uber, and Instacart, all designed to give us more and more convenience. These things might be the last things we would ever need or want. If you scroll down the list of Silicon Valley venture funds like Y Combinator and A16Z, it's all AI for X, AI for accounting, AI for legal, AI for software development. We're almost running out of ideas, but the end goal is to still be a part of this gold rush. You know, I used to have respect for these venture funds, but now they're funding apps like this one, where you can take out loans against your credit card balance. Like what? You can bet on anything and everything, enabling insider trading and more means to funnel capital to the top and keep the average person living paycheck to paycheck. I keep seeing these petitions calling on governments to ban AI, and this will not work. These petitions will not work because the will of the people and the system of capitalism forbids it to. No, AI will not stop because it's not profitable to stop, and you either join the gold rush, sell shovels to the gold rush, or get left behind. AI is even being used as an asymmetrical warfare advantage, and this boulder will be continually pushed uphill and will not stop. We have reached a critical path. The promise of technology to meet our fundamental needs and free us for higher pursuits is being corrupted by the relentless pursuit of profit. Our smartest minds are optimizing for addiction and displacement because our capitalist system rewards the monetization of attention and the automation of human labor above all else. I'm reporting live from Silicon Valley, and I have no doubt that what we're seeing from the Bay Area will propagate elsewhere to the United States. For the first time, productivity is decoupling from human labor. In the past, if a company wanted to grow 10 times, they just had to hire 10 times more people. Now, they just need 10 times more compute power. The wealth being generated by AI pools at the feet of people who own the GPUs and the data. We have to redefine what success in our society means. If we continue to measure our worth by the size of a paycheck or the scale of a description, and by how well we're doing relative to our poor neighbors, we will surrender our well-being to algorithms and automation. The technology we build will only serve the highest levels of Maslow's hierarchy when we, the builders and users, stop worshiping the bottom line and start prioritizing our deepest, most human needs of self-actualization, connection, and respect.
Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure.